Hello world, Wendy from Cali here, back with our mixed Manny chat. Today's Manny bingo square we're achieving is time to get fancy. Use gold, silver, copper, bronze, or mix them. Definitely mixing them today. I am using some sets that I previously have opened, and it includes Desert Desires. This was one of the sub box sets and was part of that copper bundle that Color Street was basically giving away as a gift with purchase. If you purchased, like, I think it was like $75 or something like that. And it included an eyeshadow, a mini mascara. Did it include a lippy? I can't remember. But it included a nail set too. And I wanted to use this because it was part of the copper bundle as part of the fancy nails. I am busting out the Punch again with the little scallop to make tips. This problem child finger is still much a problem child finger. It is not growing back. I had to cut it all the way down because I broke it when I was watching the latest Mission Impossible movie. And I don't want to cut all the other nails down, so the illusion of longer nails I'm going to try to do with a tip. And then I'm also using from another sub box Data Drip and Rodeo Queen. So those will round out the gold, copper, silver, and hopefully it'll look fancy. I didn't quite think it all the way through. I just know that I wanted to mix all of these different metals, and let's get to it. So we'll start with the smallest nail first because it's the easiest one to do. And want to get it as far in the middle as possible because that's where it's really wide. There we go. Get that on the pinky first. So I've been doing a lot of reading, and I did not know that the library card needs to be renewed. So I got a notice from my local library that my library card needs to be renewed. I think Panda Bear said it costs him $3 to renew. So I need to make my way over to the library and renew my library card, hopefully before it expires, because I have a whole bunch of ebooks and audiobooks that I'm still enjoying from my library apps. So I'm hoping that my access to them doesn't get interrupted because I am not able to make it to the library in a timely fashion. So it's just really busy because they're not open Sundays, and during the weekdays it's hard to get over there because I work, whether it's working remote or in the office, but I work, so that makes it hard to hop on over to the library after work. And Panda Bear did say he was going to take me there, but we haven't had the opportunity to go yet, so kind of sort of getting a little bit worried that I'm going to run out of time. But right now I am currently reading, I finished reading the Colleen Hoover Slammed series, and I am currently reading Sunrise on the Reaping. And who is this by? Suzanne Collins? Susan Collins? Suzanne Collins? Whoever that author is, that is the author of The Hunger Games. And she had written a prequel book. And now there's a second prequel book that is centering The main character is Hamish Abernathy, who was one of the mentors from the Hunger Games. One of the mentors? The mentor for District 12. So I'm currently reading that book. And already on the Libby app, the library app, it says there's one person waiting for it. So I'm like, I really want to hurry up and like read it and finish it so that I'm not holding up the line so folks can enjoy the book. My Audible membership, which I had a free trial for a month, is over. So no more books from there. And then I have more books from Colleen Hoover, box collections that are like 3 books each per collection that I need to hurry and read those too, because it's like 3 books in one, and you only get 21 days with those books. So you gotta kind of manage the time, especially if somebody else is already like waiting to get the books. So yeah, that is much bigger. It covers up way more than I thought it would, but that's okay. We're going with it. Let's see. We got the thumbs. Do we have enough for the fingers? We could probably get like 2 each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, should be plenty. If we just cut a little bit, place it and cut it again, we should be able to do all of the nails. So I'm going to place it like this, take off this edge, make the tip, where did we leave off last week? Because I know I did a Memorial Day inspired mani, and I was headed out to a late lunch with the fam, and it was Sunday. Monday, I got to collect on my free chopped cheese sandwich from Glendale Corner Market. If you didn't hear about that, Panda Bear let me know that the Corner Market, which is where we first discovered chopped cheese, was having a giveaway on Instagram if you guessed the right date for when they first started offering sandwiches. And I did some detective work, found that there was a post about it that said the first review about sandwiches was July of 2022. So I commented that, tagged Panda Bear, and I won! Yay! And so, in winning, I got to pick a free sandwich. And so we did end up going there on Monday, picked up the free sandwich, and then we bought new sheets from Macy's for pickup after the movie, and Panda Bear and I went and watched the latest Mission Impossible movie, which is how I ended up messing this finger up really bad, because at the theater I was like picking at it because there was like a little messed up like chipped edge, and I was getting really annoyed by it, and I didn't have any of my nail tools with me, and so as I was watching the movie I was being really bad and picking at it to the point where I picked at it so much that it literally like broke all the way down to the nub. Like, it was not good. Anyways, so the movie was good, picking at my nails was not good. But Panda Bear and I picked up the sheets, and on Tuesday, our new bed was delivered. And Panda Bear and I have been talking about getting a new bed for the longest time. We finally pulled the trigger on getting a new bed during Memorial Day weekend. And it was delivered on Tuesday. We had splurged and purchased a really nice base for the bed that has a remote control and allows you to have your head elevated, your feet elevated, or both. There's a zero gravity setting where you're elevating your head in a certain level and elevating your feet at a certain level, and it's supposed to be really good on your back and everything else. And so, let me tell you, I finally feel like a grown-up making such an investment in good sleep, because really, you can't function properly without good sleep. I've been like sorely lacking in good sleep in the longest time, and I know this because ever since we got the new bed, I've been having the most vivid dreams. Like, they feel so real, and I think it's because of the fact that I'm getting really good sleep and I'm in REM for way longer. And so I wake up like remembering all of my vivid dreams and feeling super well rested. Man, look at that. That totally just like covered up that whole tip. That was lame. Lame. I wonder if I should have put the tip on over. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to put the tip on over for this finger. Just because that's so annoying that would occur. I'm just going to mix it up. Let's see what this one will do. So let's lay it down like that right there. And then this set feels very hard, and I don't remember if it's because it was always hard or if it's just because it's old. Because these sets don't always work out very well when you heat seal them and save them for later. Because Color Street's, you know, a one-time use application type product. So, I don't know, but we'll see. We shall see. If I were to put this like this, I'm going to do it because I really do not like how it looks with the tip underneath. I want more of the copper showing. Ugh, I hate the thumbs. You guys ever get lots of wrinkles when doing your thumbnails? Because I do. My thumbs never want to cooperate. Alright, this one's going to have to take filing it off because I'm not going to use my nails as tools and pick it off. Hopefully, putting the copper tip over that's going to cover that up and not be so bumpy. Again, we will see what will happen. But yeah, new bed, so good. And what did I do this weekend? I made homemade toothpaste. Oh, an update on the homemade conditioner and shampoo. didn't like it. So the conditioner totally like weighed my hair down and made my hair look and feel super oily. It did nothing for making my hair feel soft. And then I tried the shampoo by itself, but also similar feel. It still felt like oily, and at the end of the day, it was really just not worth it. Ooh, I just realized I don't have enough for all my nails for this data drip. So what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? We are going to leave the pointer with just the tip. That's what we're gonna do. Actually, I want this one on the middle finger on the other side. Over here. And oh, it's so hard. This is bad. Okay, hold on. But yeah, homemade shampoo, homemade conditioner, no go. I don't think I'm ever gonna try making that again. There's the brand Tresemme. Is that how you pronounce it? Tresemme. The volumizing formula is the one that I like most for my hair, and it leaves my hair feeling soft, doesn't feel flat, doesn't feel like super volumized, but it also doesn't feel weighed down and oily like the homemade conditioner and shampoo. So I'm going to chalk that up as a total miss and am not going to try making it again, because it's just not worth the trouble for me. What I did do though, Panda Bear, oh no! So, sorry you guys, I know, what the heck just happened? I record these and I don't edit, and whatever happens, happens. And this is what happens when you're looking through. I was looking through all of my little nail sticks to see if I had a nail stick for Rodeo Queen, because Rodeo Queen is open, but there's still a lot of strips left with the Rodeo Queen. And I thought, well, maybe I have a nail stick that shows me like whether or not it's like you can see, like it's transparent and you can see other things underneath it. But I didn't have a nail stick for Rodeo Queen, and I don't know why. So I had placed my little basket of nail sticks where I thought was safe and out of the way, but apparently it was precarious, and decided to show up in the video. So my apologies for the interruption, but we are going to go ahead and put these away first and get back to what we were doing, which was doing our nails. So yeah, anywho, I did prep a nail stick by writing Rodeo Queen, and I was going to take care of making a nail stick. Now I've put that out of the way so that it won't do that again. So hopefully I won't see another. I do have another little similar basket just hanging about there. I'm hoping that it doesn't come flying at us too. So yeah, anywho, let's finish this off real quick here. But But yeah, oh, so I did make some more tomato pies. So tomato pies are basically wannabe pizza without any cheese like on it. So it's just tomato sauce with sourdough breading. And I also made some butter chicken in the Instant Pot and basmati rice for us to eat, because Panda Bear was craving all of that. So that's what I did on Saturday evening. We had first taken our niece Lilith to her swim lesson, and she was doing really well at her swim lesson. In fact, she's not as afraid as she used to be, and she was able to hold her breath underwater. She was able to float on her back. She was able to dive down under and pick up the little rings or whatever that the swim instructor was throwing to the bottom of the pool. So proud of Lilith for really just taking to the lessons, the swim lessons. Amalika didn't do any swim lessons this weekend because last weekend she was too afraid, and Uncle, otherwise known as Panda Bear, is not letting her have any swim lessons until she says she's ready. And she did get to come with us to watch her big sister have her swim lesson, and she finally did say that she will want to try swim lessons again. I'm going to throw this piece away because this is just, you can tell they're kind of getting dry and brittle. So it makes it a little hard to have them stay down. But anyways, so because Lilith did so well at her swim lesson, Malika actually was like, Lilith deserves McDoodles, which is what they call McDonald's. I'm not sure how they came up with McDoodles, but I know when they first got here from Belgium, they called it Macdol, because I guess that's what people in Belgium call McDonald's. They call it Macdol, but now they're calling it McDoodles. And when Mama Carla was giving Lilith a shower after her swim lesson, Amalika brought it up again, saying Lilith deserves McDoodles. And Uncle's like, well, are you gonna use some of your budget to buy your sister McDoodles? And Amalika's like, yes, 2 Happy Meals, one for her, one for me. So he ended up taking Amalika to McDoodles to get Happy Meals, and she actually ended up spending about like $18, not just on the Happy Meals, but also some food for her older brother. And because the Dodgers had, was it like 6 runs or something like that? I forget what it is, where McDonald's is giving away a free like 6-piece nuggets, but Panda Bear got that. So that was pretty cool. Alright, so these need to go on my thumbs. Let's just finish that off real quick here. And I'm not gonna try to save any of these at all, because don't know what I would do with just one strip. It's not really worth saving. So there we go. That's what it looks like with the Desert Desires on top of Data Drip, which it still looks like textured there. This mani's probably gonna last all of like one day. I'm not digging this. And I know some of my nail buddies are also in that same camp, where if you put on a set or a mixed mani and you're like, I'm not feeling it, it literally comes off the very next day. Or for those that have the time and are super impatient, it comes off that very same day. And I know you feel me when you do a mani like that and you're like, ew, that totally did not go the way I thought it would. I almost don't even want to like waste Rodeo Queen on this, but I'm committing to it because I want to at least wear it for a day, take a nail fee, and this might be one of those amateurish ones, but that's okay. But here's Desert Desires with Data Drip, and let's get Rodeo Queen on these fingers right now. And maybe it might look okay if once we put on Rodeo Queen. I don't know. We shall see. We'll find out right now. But yeah, so Saturday, spent time with the nieces while Panda Bear, Mama Carla, and Edgar went shopping for necessities, interview attire necessities for Edgar at Men's Warehouse. And Panda Bear actually brought me back a burger from Cronus. Cronus is a local like restaurant that is known for their chili dogs and other items, but Panda Bear and I really love their burgers. So far, out of all the burgers we've tried in our local area, Cronus, not sure how it's pronounced, but they do the best. It's just the right flavor, the right proportions of things. And so yeah, they had eaten after going to Men's Warehouse. They had eaten at Cronus, and Panda Bear brought me back a cheeseburger, which I happily ate. And while they were shopping and eating, I was babysitting, hanging out with my nieces, and we watched Charlotte's Web, the live action Charlotte's Web that has Dakota Fanning and Julia Roberts as the voice of Charlotte the Spider. And actually it looks pretty nice with Rodeo Queen, I think. You can see that. I'm not sure if you can see that at all. But anyways, after we watched Charlotte's Web, we also opened up the Disney Plus app, and the girls wanted to watch Lilo and Stitch live action, but that's not on streaming yet. And I let the girls know, I'm like, hey, it's not that time yet. They don't have it on streaming, but they wanted to watch the special look. So I let them watch the special look, and then they decided to watch the original animated version. But yeah, anyways, so that was mostly Saturday. I did a lot of cooking when I got home on Saturday. Sunday, the Rents, Panda Bear, and I went on a walk. And we walked over to my Aunt Cecilia's house to drop off some of the little tangerines that my mom had purchased from the local Ralph's supermarket, because they were having a sale. It was like $2 off, and my mom was saying that the current batch that they had there was like super sweet, and she bought a whole bunch of bags of these tangerines to keep and eat and also give away. So she wanted to give away some to my Aunt Cecilia, so we walked over to her house and gave her that bag of cuties. Got to say happy belated birthday to my cousin-in-law, Christy, and watch one of her daughters do cartwheels in the front yard for a little bit before we went on our merry way. And my mom was just like, "Ah, I wish I could do cartwheels." I guess she's always wanted to when she was a kid, but she never learned how to. I know I don't know how to do cartwheels at all, but I also don't have the desire to do cartwheels. But it was cute that my mom wished that she wished that she could have learned gymnastics and learned to do cartwheels and stuff like that when she was younger, but she wasn't chosen by any of the teachers to learn, so she didn't get a chance to do that, which makes me a little bit sad. And you know, now she's too old to be doing cartwheels at her age. Definitely don't recommend that for her. Again, live video recording here, so anything happens. That is the phone ringing. It's probably a telemarketer or a scam call, whatever. But you guys can ignore the ringing phone in the background. Alright. But what happened Sunday? Sunday, I was really like having the laziest Sunday, and so was Panda. Besides the walk we went with the Rents, it was like really didn't do very much. I did make homemade toothpaste, so Panda Bear does like my homemade toothpaste, so we pretty much used up the whole tub of the homemade toothpaste I had previously made. So I made more yesterday and spent most of the day in bed because that bed is just so comfortable that it's like default is to lay in bed. But yeah, today Panda Bear finally set my dad up to watch Mission Impossible, and that is because for his birthday, for my dad's birthday, Panda Bear's taking him to the theater to watch the latest Mission Impossible movie, because I think the last time my dad went to the movies was for Top Gun Maverick. Is that right, Panda?
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad's a fan of Tom Cruise. So, I mean, he is a force to be reckoned with, Tom Cruise. But, yeah. So, I'm excited for the two of them to be able to do that. And then there is a local buffet that offers a free buffet to the birthday individual, but the party that the birthday individual has to be with is at least a minimum of 3 people, counting the birthday person. So Panda and Pops and I will be heading to the buffet so that my Pops can cash in on that free buffet, and Panda Bear and I will be stuffing our faces as well for my dad's birthday. My mom is not coming because she doesn't eat that much and it's not worth the money. Plus, it's like the minimum is 3 people, so it's like we're going straight minimum for the most bang for our buck value. So, in preparation of knowing that there's going to be buffet at the end of the week. Definitely not eating as much during the week. And then Sunday, so Panda Bear's been on a wait list for this one pizza called Dough Drop Pizza? Dough Drop?
Yeah.
Dough Drop Pizza. And this IG page, they make pizza using like the most... Oh, he makes one person makes pizza using the most delicious, I guess, the most, I don't know, how would you describe it? The most fresh, sourced from, you know, a lot of things are sourced from Italy, you know, come straight from the source of the best ingredients for pizza. And Panda Bear's been on this wait list for over 90 days. And he's finally up to collect on the pizzas. So we have 3 pizzas in our near future this weekend. And we already made payment and arrangements where to go pick up those pizzas. So that's another awesome eating day that we have coming up. So yeah. And what else? So I already talked about Sunrise on the Reaping. Oh, and then Colleen Hoover. I'm reading another box set books. The first book is called Maybe Someday. So I don't really know what all 3 books are going to be about. But so far it's been interesting. I don't want to spoil it if somebody's actually going to read it. But there's 2 main characters, Ridge and Sydney. And the chapters kind of go back and forth between the 2 characters. So you're seeing like the perspective of both characters at different times. So it's interesting. I know that the boxed set for Slammed that I was talking about previously, the 3 books that I was reading from Colleen Hoover, the last book was called This Girl, and the way she had written it was kind of cool because it was like going back into the original stories from the other 2 books and kind of like giving us more details from a different perspective. And I thought that was pretty neat. I don't know if I've ever seen books that have done that, so I don't know where Colleen Hoover got the idea to do that, but that's pretty cool. And then my favorite Canadian author, Heather Wardell, she has a new book coming out on June 30th, which I already pre-ordered, so I'm waiting for that book to be delivered under my Barnes & Noble app. And I originally said her books were 99 cents, but I think due to inflation, that has changed, because now her books are like $2.99 when you pre-order. So I'm not sure what they are after the pre-order expires or whatever. But yeah, she has a free book, Life, Love, and a Polar Bear Tattoo, I think is the name of the book. And you can download that for free on any of the like ebook sources like Amazon Kindle, Barnes & Noble Nook. Those are the only 2 I know of. Are there other ebook sources? I don't know, but those are the 2 that I know of. But yeah, you can download that for free and read it, and then if you like it, you can check out all her other books. But this is the final manicure Rodeo Queen definitely helps. But I'm still really like not digging the little textured stuff right there. So this is definitely coming off in like a day. But we'll see. If you watched all the way through, thanks for watching. As I mentioned, this mani is going to fulfill the time to get fancy. Use gold, silver, copper, bronze, or mix them. And yeah. What emoji fits gold, silver, copper, bronze? Fancy. What fits fancy? Go ahead and put a crown. Like a royal crown. That works. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.